that right over the defender's head. 4:05 remaining in the third. Timeout St. Ignatius. Again, down by 7.
It's a good run by Kelvin.
That's the thing. That's the third run we've seen by Calvin in this game, and so far, each time the Falcons have been able to come back.
Exactly. I wonder what coach has said at halftime that it looks like their offense is starting to pick up. They're starting to get a lot more offensive rebounds, which is pretty sweet.
I think the best thing though is when you have a good shooter, even though they might have a cold half, once they find their range, they're bound to hit a few.
Exactly. You gotta keep that confidence. Even if you're missing shots, you keep shooting. There's a saying that shooters keep shooting. So.
And there on the monitor, you see a pretty good view of the inside of the Kelvin Clippers huddle here during the timeout. And I'm sure the coach is just saying, more of the same, boys, more of the same.
Gotta keep that offensive rhythm going.
On the other side, Ignatius is probably looking towards his big boys to step it up just a little bit more, to try to stop the tide from going overboard. And back to play with Parody. And Fanti. Pressure up. Oh, wide open Mackey underneath the hoop. Great patience and great luck for 2.
That's a good screen. Mackey has some phenomenal screens. You can see that it's like running into a wall. But also with that offensive set is he had a nice roll where his teammate found him and for an easy layup.
Looks like we have a Calvin player down at center court here.
Looks like might be a wrist injury. And hopefully it's nothing serious.
He collided, went for the loose ball there, probably jammed his thumb maybe. It's hard to say from this angle.
Looks like he's holding on to his wrist maybe.
But
he's been their shooter. He made 2 threes to start the half. So hopefully he's okay and he can get back in and continue that shooting stretch.
Yeah, losing Ignacio now would be a tough swallow. Actually, it wasn't Ignacio, was it? I didn't get a number on that play.
Number 4 looks like Braden Fernandez. Melchiori picks up his second foul for the Falcons. Didi danged him on the ball. This is Francisco off the rim, follows it up. And we've got a loose ball foul. Is it going against Francisco? Looks like it.
A little bit too eager to go after the ball. Good thinking for Francisco, just a little bit too eager. Good look inside for Mackey. Goes straight up off the window. Big rebound, brought down by St. Ignatius, steps it back up to number 14. In for Mackey inside. Puts the ball on the ground and picks up a defensive foul. Eventually those fouls will definitely come in handy. They'll get some charity stripes that much faster.
With him having that offensive space in the post, they're double teaming him, so maybe he should look at finding an open guy, but he's very valuable in that paint.
There's Mackey.
Another foul, a shooting foul looks like.
Yeah, Mackey will go to the line again, another rebound.
I'd say he probably has at least 10 by now.
That's funny. I was just about to say 20. So
hey, you never know. Guess we'll have to look after.
Definitely a few, that's for sure.
And there's never like the more rebounds you have, the better.
I'm sure the coach would say that for sure.
Exactly.
He's got a nice smooth shot from the delivery from the free throw line. He's a pretty good all-rounded player.
Yes, yeah, you can do a little bit of everything. But it always helps for a team to have a dominant big in the middle, because it looks like they have 2 bigs who work well in the paint together, and that's a tough matchup, especially for a team like Kelvin who could shoot the 3 but also rely on a lot of inside scoring.
And here's the best thing for St. Ignatius. As we said earlier, the roster that we have from the program as last year's. Mackey's not on the roster. I'd be willing to lay dollars to donuts that means he's only a grade 11 player, and he'll be back next year. If he's this good this year, as a senior, he's going to dominate.
He's going to be phenomenal.
Here's Sebastian Parody. Into the corner, back to Parody. Goes baseline, he stepped out of bounds. No, never mind. He called an offensive foul on that.
I did not see that, but...
referee Kinnistrick said when he caught him with his arm wrapped around the defending player, and of course that is an offensive foul.
It looks like they get the ball back.
Calvin turns it over, so
that was
almost no harm, no foul.
Exactly. That was not the greatest pass in my opinion, but we never...
Well, that's a challenge, though. Sometimes these kids get so wound up into the game that they don't necessarily think it all the way through. Here's a shot from outside three-point line, off the rim. Big rebound by his own team. Switches it back out. There's a three. And just like that, the 7-point lead is down to 0. It's tied.
See, it's a game of runs, so both teams are matching each other with runs, and it's good to see. It's good to see.
There's Didi Dang on the corner.
Coach Mendes does not look very happy.
I was just say that myself. He's banging his head against the wall. Back the other way. Here's Evan Fanti for St. Ignatius. We're on a 7-point run, looking to increase that run.
Oh, that raised his hands, but
great defense by Francisco, but didn't turn out. Good ball movement by the Falcons. Out for 3 in the corner. And big rebound again by number 12 of Kelvin. That's Merrick Harum. Didi Dang in the corner. Dang stops and jumps.
That's a nice little move by him.
Ethan Wilmore. Dang is very quick on his feet. Here's Wilmore. And looks like they called a foul on Kelvin's number 10.
Foul on Kelvin's number 10,
Cyrus Kyle. That is his second. 1 minute, 8 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a tie ball game. As you can see, the crowd starting to settle in and getting ready for the semifinals coming up. Looks like we're definitely going to have a good crowd for the third and fourth games for tonight. And from the line, he hits both. Very smooth.
Looks like Lenardi's back in for Mackey, so we'll see how Ignatius works without him.
As Francisco brings one off the hoop. Driving for 2 off the window and in. Sebastian Parody, nice move. Nice quick first move. Got to the paint and then with the layup. Back the other way, Dang, a little bit short. And back the other way comes Fanti. Fanti all the way to the hoop, and he got the roll. And all of a sudden, 36 seconds left in the third quarter. St. Ignatius was down 1-7. Now they're up by 6. A 13-point run.
I thought that would have been a foul right there, too, because it looks like he got some bump on the way up, but hey, the refs don't want to call it, so I think that's a good decision on them, too.
Sometimes the refs just allow the boys to play a little bit, and you can't blame that. That's, it is basketball. There's going to be contact.
Exactly.
Just a matter of how much contact you're going to allow.
While we're on this break, I just want to say how Francisco, even though his shots may not be going, he still has that confidence where he has the green light to shoot, so he's going to keep shooting, which that's a good mentality because eventually those shots are going to start going in.
Well, his coach certainly hopes, that's for sure.
When you have a guy who has a reliable three-point shot like that, the best thing you can do is give him the green light.
Agreed for sure. There we go, coming out of the break here. Ball will be, looks like they're going to be shooting 2 shots. Nope, they're going to be inbounding ball. My apologies. looks like they're having some technical difficulties in the house here. One of the scoreboards is out, but we got one that works. Now the other one's back on. There we go. And to instruct the referee over there, making sure everything's good to go, and we'll start the game again for the conclusion of the third quarter. Here's Francisco for Calvin. Air ball, nothing there. Ooh, almost picked off. Almost picked off by Francisco. Very fast movement there.
Right into the scorer's table.
I've had a few balls in my time.
I would not want to take a ball to the face. Those are not. That's not fun.
You got to stay awake over there for sure.
Hey, that's also a good way to wake back up. So.
Yeah. 9 seconds left. They look like they're trying to hold the ball for the last shot of the quarter. And there it is.
And
off the rim.
And he goes back up.
Score at the end of 3 quarters.
57-51. St. Ignatius
51.
is currently on a 16-0 run. As the players enjoy the 1 minute break in between quarters. I'm sure both benches right now are very much into the game. I don't think there's been a lead higher than 7 points all game.
I don't think so either. I think it's been tightly contested. That's refreshing. It's refreshing after a few blowouts. So.
That is for sure, yes.
I think the ultimate treat would be this game coming down to a last possession. So that's what I'm hoping for personally. But I mean, either way, we're being treated really well with these games.
And I just noticed they made a correction on the scoreboard. Looks like the official score had 52. The scoreboard only had 51. So they made the correction for us.
I didn't catch that. So
that always happened a while ago. We just haven't caught it until now. But that's why they have the official score and not the score on the paper and not on the scoreboard, because what's on the paper is God in terms of what's right and wrong.
Okay, let's see how the fourth quarter treats us.
Is number 23, Leonardi. And that will be a travel ball. I think the coach would argue there that it was more of a foul that caused him to travel, but you know, that's how the call goes sometimes. Because inside Calvin, number 12, kicks it back out for number 1 off the rim, no good. Number 12 with a big rebound inside, they still can't get a bucket.
That was a good shot though. His mechanics looked really well. It's just that the ball didn't decide to go in.
Just no luck. That's right, no luck around the rim. Cross-court pass there, number 23, Leonardi. There's Parody, kicks it back out for 3.
3 for Ethan.
That was a nice shot.
That was a very nice shot.
And a scoop.
And there you go, Calvin gets a score. Calvin finally breaks the 18-0 run. Another nice one pass inside, 4-2. Parody.
That was good patience too.
That was great patience for sure. The lead is 8.
Yeah, sometimes when you're in the post and you get the ball, you just want to go up, but St. Ignatius has been showing real good discipline and patience in the post.
Francisco gets the roll there. Sorry about that. Very, very true, very true. A lot of times you got to feel the pressure around you and know when just to hold up a little bit and let that defensive player go around you. Back out around the horn. Great passing, great ball movement by the Falcons. Steps back, goes for the 3 off the rim. Big rebound to his own player. They're scrambling for it. Calvin jumps on top of the ball and jump ball. Again, great hustle on both teams. With that last Calvin basketball lead down to 6.
Number 20, Jordan Mackey. For Calvin, number 2, Ralph Ignacio.
Mackey and Ignacio back into their respective teams. And I have a feeling that they may not come off the floor until the game is over. Francisco lays it in.
That's 3 buckets in a row for him.
That's 3 buckets in a row.
So it looks like he might be.
Oh, he makes a steal. Back up and gets the foul. Harity picks up a foul. And just like you said, break the streak, come back. Here we go. 2 free throws here, and it's a 2-point ball game all over again.
So we have Lenardi back in the game, so we have both their bigs in the game, so we'll see how Kelvin can adjust back to this dominant.
Correct, and I do see that Didi Dang is sitting right beside the coach. As a matter of fact, he may even be coming in for the shooter. 8:01 left in the fourth, and what is, I think, about to be a 2-point ball game. And no, Dang is not coming in yet, but he's on the cusp of coming in for sure. Another turnover for the Falcons. Great look inside, and double dribble, unfortunately.
That's a good call by the ref.
And seeing his 8-point lead go down to 2, St. Ignatius calls another timeout, and probably a good time for a timeout to reset the boys.
Exactly.
Once again, I see the camera crews going over to take a look at the individual teams' huddles, and there we go. Good look in on Ignatius.
I know this is not a game changing, but the St. Ignatius Falcons have some pretty sweet warm-ups. Those are pretty envious of them. I would like one of them. I might have to go talk to the coach and ask for one. And
let me tell you, if there was an award from WIT for best dressed team, they would definitely get it this year.
Exactly. They dress to impress. So.
And you know, the ongoing running joke is WIT hands out a lot of trophies and a lot of awards, so who knows, that might be a reward, because they give awards for almost anything here.
I wouldn't be against that. I'd like to see have a style contest maybe at halftime.
I should say they give awards for almost anything that's warranted.
That's fair.
They don't give awards just for an award, but if you deserve an award, you get it. My favorite of all time is got to be the best defensive player. That shows that player has heart all the time, every game. My favorite award of the tournament for sure.
I think that would be my favorite one too, because defense is usually underrated at this level of sport. It takes a real special play. Oh, the ref looks like he took a hit too.
The ref did take a hit, and that is Dennis McGowan.
He's back up. We might have to stop.
He's a trooper.
He took a pretty big hit.
He did take a pretty big hit. Him and, was it a St. Ignatius player?
I think number 33 might have
33.
Been. Ran right into him, but he's back up. He's good to go.
He's a trooper. As they say, he's a seasoned professional.
So, you know, they say basketball's not super physical, but I think from that we see basketball has an underrated physicality.
You ask any of these kids down here, especially the ones in the paint all the time, is it physical? Oh yeah, it's physical. And there's just 3, and all of a sudden, Kelvin has the lead.
I think that was Fernandez with his 3rd consecutive 3 after that injury scare. So
there's a foul in the play going to Kelvin, I believe, and it was on Mackey. Committed on Mackey. Fernandez picks up a 2nd foul. Again, I don't think there's anybody on both teams here that are in foul trouble, which is good going down the stretch here.
It really makes the last 3-4 minutes of the game
that much more important.
There we go.
And exciting. Ignacio tries to go for the interception and just missed the opportunity to go back the other way.
It's really frustrating to have those nice opportunities to get a nice steal and then go out of bounds, but you'll never hear a coach complain about the hustle. I really like that.
Never. There's Mackey. Turnaround jumper off the rim.
He had to throw that up.
He did. They had what, 1.5 seconds or so on the clock, so that's pretty good.
Looks like a jump ball.
Another jump ball.
But still St. Ignatius ball, so he's not too disappointed with that, I believe.
And here we go. St. Ignatius inbound the ball.
Oh, nice.
Intercepted by Ignacio.
And Kelvin gets it back.
Cyrus calling for 10. There we go. Rebound.
That's a nice.
Plays it in.
That's a nice give and go play. He wasn't selfish with that to go up. He looked to get the best player, the best opportunity. So that's some good teamwork right there.
There's a bit of a full court press by Calvin. It seemed to work for a little bit, but St. Ignatius were able to get the ball back over. Ooh, big man goes for three off the rim. Got big rebound right back out to Wilmore. Wilmore puts it up and puts it in the hoop.
That's see, when you make these hustle plays, you get rewarded.
I agree, for sure. And back, here's Francisco for Calvin looking for a place. This is it back out. Cyrus Call off the rim. And again, Mackey comes down the board. Calvin doesn't seem to have an answer right now for Mackey under the hoop. Oh, big deep three. He hit that one from the bench.
That's his third of the half, I believe.
Third of the half, it looks like, yes.
He's been on fire from deep.
Big screen by number 10 for Calvin. Cyrus. It's number 4. Fernandez. That's three.
That's his fourth of the half. He hasn't been.
Back the other way. Fast break for Mackey. Lays it in. Back and forth we go.
Oh, we might see another score here from Calvin.
Here we go. Off the rim. Big rebound.
Good hustle.
By number 12, he gets that ball. Compare him. Nice block on the perimeter.
That's a good hustle play on defense. He had a wide open shot and he fought it to get that block. That's
nice block by Wilmore for sure. That's Wilmore's third block of the game, I think.
He's pretty lanky, so those long arms are really good for both his shots and his shot blocking. So
it'd be interesting to know how many lead changes this game's had, because in this quarter alone, in the last 4 minutes, I think we've had 7. There's a short jumper by Ignacio. Big rebound by Tagbo, and out back we go with the Falcons. There's Parody to Cardbo.
Oh, that's a nice move.
It's a nice move, but he lost control, but it ends up with a foul to Calvin. Pretty good return. Ignacio gets a foul. That's his second, apparently. Again, able to spread the fouls around, so no one's in real foul trouble here yet.
That's a good hand by Francisco. He tipped it out.
Good active hands for sure in intercepting the passes.
That might have been a wide open three had he not.
I agree. Yeah, there's nobody covering him on the outside, so good active hands by Francisco to intercept that for sure. Wide open, Cardbo off the rim, big rebound, picked back up by Ignatius.
He hesitated.
I thought it was a block, but it's Chris Bell, referee, called a foul on that play.
Yeah, number 0. Cardbo, he had an open shot. He hesitated a little bit. That might have had an impact on the outcome of that shot. Sometimes when you get that open look, you shouldn't think and just take the shot. But that's
very, very good analysis for sure. And the foul was on Calvin's number 12, Merrick Parham. That was his third of the game. Apparently, the announcer in-house here is incorrect, and that's actually his 5th foul. And obviously,
Fifth foul on 12.
Merrick Parham is not happy about that call. Just judging by the coach's face, they weren't aware that they had 4 fouls either.
That's very frustrating, especially on a close game like this within the last 4 minutes. It's tough.
But then again, that's why you have managers and assistant coaches to check at the break who's in foul trouble. So you can't blame it all on the scorers. Some of that has to rely on the Calvin bench to know where they're at too. Back out here. There's Dang for 3. Short off the rim. Big rebound by Wilmore, but a foul is called in the play. And it is on Calvin's number 2, Ralph Ignacio. 71-68 for the Falcons, and that ball goes out of bounds. 4 minutes remaining. Need I say, or dare I say, in regulation time.
Hey, let's hope there's some overtime action. Any more basketball, I'm happy for that. Right. I'm pretty sure our fans will be too.
As the fans and as the fans of the game and us the announcers and commentators and whatnot, we'll love an overtime game. As the director, No, they don't want it. They don't want an overtime game because that sets everything back.
There we go. That's a nice steal. And a three.
A three off the rim. Big rebound by Cardwell coming down with it. Clears the ball. And going coast to coast almost. This is the corner. Nice move. Nice look too. Wilmore back to Mackey. Mackey back up to Wilmore. Fumbles the ball. Gets it back. Goes to baseline. Look for Mackey. Goes inside. Good rebound. Just like that.
Timeout, Kelvin.
Some good inside-out game by the Falcons at the right time.
Exactly. They built on with that post game, and then they forced them to bring it out with number 10 Ethan Wilmore hitting those threes. That's phenomenal. That's some good strategy.
One of the Falcons on the bench there just came out of the athletic room with looks like some ice and a cloth over his nose. So I think he might have got a bonk in the nose by an elbow or something.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. This is never fun.
No, bloody noses are not fun.
Don't want to see those screens stayed up.
And again, for our viewers at home, just to make sure that you're aware, coming up after this game, semifinal number 1, the Cisco Sport, 3-time defending win champion, will look to go back to the final for the 4th time in a row against the Miles Mac Buckeyes. And here we go. Here's Kelvin's number 4, Fernandez. Now we know Fernandez can hit it from the deep 3-point land. So he's going to be out on the base, taking that away from him. He missed it. Back the other way, Cardwell. Cardwell plays it off the rim. Big rebound by Calvin. Back the other way. Here's number 7. Number 7, Francisco. Francisco over the corner. Here's a shot from, that was tipped. Good defense by the Falcons. Number 42. Parody. Speaking of Parody, he's got the ball now on the corner. Gives it to Wilmore. Wilmore looks for the pass. Nobody was there. Out of bounds, and it comes back to Calvin. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. 5-point ball game. Calvin with the ball.
Oh, that's a nice
Davey Dango. Nice move, but gives the ball away to Cardwell. Cardwell to Parody. Parody gets around his man. Goes for an easy layup. Missed it. Big rebound, though, by Mackey. Puts it off the window. And all of a sudden, leads back to 7.
Well, this is one of the runs that we need to see Calvin get them back in the game. Both these teams are good.
We're at the 2-minute mark now. Fernandez off the rim. Big rebound underneath, and it goes. Which way does it go? The refs haven't indicated which way it's going yet. It will be St. Ignatius ball. Now, of course, the last 2 minutes of every game, after a made basket, it is stop time.
Looks like it might be Kelvin's ball.
That's what they're discussing. It is Calvin's ball. Well, here's Calvin with a crucial inbound play for Dang. Out for number 10 for Calvin. Kyle just missed. Parody all the way back for St. Ignatius to Cardwell. Cardwell drives, missed it. Rebound and a bucket from, you guessed it, Jordan Mackey. The game was like today. Back the other way. 4-3.
That's a big 3.
Francisco keeps his team in the game, cuts the lead back down to 6 with 1:26 left. Parody gets the ball. Back out. Number 10, Wilmore. 4-3 off the rim. Big rebound for Calvin's number 2, Ignacio. Back the other way. Easy, fast first Kyle. And all of a sudden, the lead is down to 4.
Exactly. See, both these teams are teams that can heat up in a minute and just put numbers on the board.
Looks like we could be in for one whale of a finish, as they say.
Exactly. Those finishes are the best. When you have a close, tight game and it comes down to the last position, I personally think those are the best. 77-73 your score. 30
seconds left in this timeout. Now, because it's only a 4-point ball game, Calvin's not exactly in the situation where they have to foul. They just want to hope for some tough defense and a turnover, or tough defense and a stop. Come back, make your basket, and then play it like that, possession by possession.
Exactly. They need to force those outside shots. We've seen St. Ignatius. They've been dominating the post. So to take those away, that might be something that might be looking at. They might be looking at getting some quick buckets to use advantage of that time.
Definitely, Calvin definitely has to watch the inside play and keep the ball away from Mackey. And the rebound comes out, they have to crash the boards all five.
This team is a feisty team on defense. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if they can get a few stops to get the score back to even.
Here comes the Falcons didn't on the ball. Wilmore. Minute 13 left, 4-point ball game. To Fanti. Fanti to Cardbo. Cardbo in for Mackey. And the basket.
That's a pretty big foul for him too. He makes the bucket and he gets the extra one, so that's pretty big.
Also a 3-point play. Put his team back up by 7 if he hits it. Mackey's short on the rebound, short on the free throw. Francisco's the rebound, and here we go for Calvin. 1 minute remaining. Calvin will be looking to hit a 3 here. Is D.D. Dang off the rim.
Oh,
big rebound. Ignition has to get it.
Close.
And Cardbo with a fast break.
That's a travel. That's a pretty big. That's a pretty big save on right there. So
we'll see if it comes back to haunt them. They're still up by 6. 51 seconds remaining. Have a finish here. Here's Calvin's number 2 Ignacio back out to D.D. Dang for 3. Oh, they're just short.
That's a good offensive board.
Big rebound.
And a 2. So
for 2 for Cyrus Connor. They're back down the court.
That's a good hustle play right there. That's something we see a lot from Calvin. And a big turnover too. So.
Back we go. Here's Calvin now. 35.3 and
timeout.
Calvin called the timeout. Wants the ball at half court. Just told the referee that. 4-point game. They score here. They're down to 2. Lots of time left. We're definitely going to get that finish you asked for.
Exactly. So I'm hoping for that. I really love those.
Last second Hail Mary shot to win it.
Exactly. Sometimes when you get to that point where it's that one shot and you miss it, it's tough. But I mean, hey, when you're trusted with that ball to win the game or throw it into overtime, that's still a confidence booster in my opinion because your coach trusts you to make that shot.
Definitely. And just a reminder, folks, if you're listening to us today at home and tomorrow you can't make it out because of the cold weather or whatever, we will have a 3rd place game and the championship game live on the Tech Talk website, on the web website. Missy Penner, I believe, will be taking a play-by-play for you. And that, of course, gets underway tomorrow at 4:45 or 4:30? Nope. 4:15. There we go. 4:15 3rd place game. Approximately 6 o'clock for the championship game. Of course, time depending on the 3rd place game.
Exactly. So I'm hoping we just get as much basketball as we can because this has been a treat so far, and the more basketball, the better. This is one of the highlights of the year.
All right, here we go. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Just a minute and a half. There's Francisco. That's a costly turnover. Called for traveling.
Sometimes it's hard to get that. That's just a footwork thing.
Again, it goes down to these being young adults.
Oh, that's
trying to do 3 things at once, and sometimes it just happens that you do the wrong thing first.
Exactly. Sometimes you're in the moment, you're not thinking, and you move your feet.
And there's a foul.
Number 2, Ralph Ignacio.
Ignacio picks up a foul.
That's a good foul.
Yeah, that's a definitely good foul. Stop the clock. 27.2 left. This is Parody at the line for the Falcons. Still a 2-possession ball game, but this obviously is a pretty big hoop. Put him up by 6. And he got it. So here we go. Kelvin will look to come down the court fast and hopefully pop a quick one. Although you're not going to do it that way, but give it to the other team. It's Parody, and Parody's just going to stand there and let Kelvin foul him.
Jump ball.
Oh, a jump ball. That's probably a mistake because I believe that ball will go to Kelvin.
They killed a good 5 to 10 seconds on that.
But he could have been went to the free throw line and iced the game. But here we go. 13 seconds left. They got to look to score fast. TD Dang looking for a place to throw. Great defense by Cardwell. And just like that, Kelvin's going to run out of time. Your final 81-75. The St. Ignatius Falcons with a hard-fought battle coming back from 2 7-point deficits.
Exactly. That's a team that can run it.
So now St. Ignatius plays tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m.
Early game
for the right to go to the consolation final at 2:30.
So we're gonna have to wake up early on a Saturday morning for that, and I think those are better than the cartoons that they play in the morning. So
yes, indeed. So for Phil, I'm Dan. Thank you very much for watching the 4:45 game here on Friday, and we'll sign off and let you guys enjoy the third place game in approximately 10 to 15 minutes.